Oh yeah.
Hi, what's up, everybody? We're here joined by a couple sailors this evening. They're helping me out with my, Bravo Zulu project here. We're gonna do a sailor Q&A. I got Wild on the left. Raise your hand, Wild. What? Wild's like a goofball kid that I like to give a lot of shit to. We got McDonald. What's up, McDonald? And McDonald, I don't give him as much shit because I think he just stays out of my way, unlike Wild. But Wild is a roving engineer, so he's often on the deck plates in the way. All right, so we're gonna do a little 10-question Q&A with him. I'm behind the camera because I ain't got enough camera for all three of us. All right, so we're gonna kick it off with McDonald. He got the mic. Question one. This is just your general background. Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do?
Okay, so I'm MN3 McDonald. I'm from Flint, Michigan. And then the last part was, what do you do?
Yeah.
So I'm a mineman here. I'm in combat systems. I'm working with the FCs currently because we don't really have the package on this platform to support what we do quite yet. So I work with the FCs and sometimes the GMs, but it's a little mix of everything in combat systems. I get a little deck training in there too.
Yeah.
I'll fuck around with the engineers, but
all right, cool, all right.
All right, what's good, everybody? I'm Wild, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, you know. Fucking, I'm an engineman. Shit's trash. I don't know a damn thing about my job. I just do what they tell me, and it's a bunch of bullshit all the time. That's all I really got.
Hey, but weren't you just hyping yourself up about how qualified you got?
Oh yeah, I'm on top of my shit regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I stay being that dude, but
you know. What's the good way to put it? Lackadaisically proficient.
Right, lackadaisically proficient.
I don't think you know what that word means.
I do not.
We're gonna go with it.
I do not.
Okay. All right. Let's go with question number 2. All right. Question number 2 to Wild. Okay.
Right, let's do it.
What made you pick your rate?
I didn't. So I had a series of like 4 different rates. So I started off, whenever I wanted to join, I was like 190. I was big, you know. I'm a little skinny guy now. But I was going to be a SWIC. I was going to be a SEAL. And then...
Well, which one? Because they 2 different things.
SEAL. I was going to be a SEAL. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, I can't see fucking colors. So, yeah. So that shit out the fucking window. And then I went back to MEPS. They gave me IS. And they were like, oh, wait. You can't see fucking colors. So I had to get another fucking contract. And then I was at LS at one point.
Damn!
Yeah, but I was going to be on submarines. And apparently, I also got fucking migraines. So, no submarines. So now I'm an engineman. Because it's either this or an AM, and I ain't going to be an AM.
So how you like being an engineman?
It's trash at sometimes, but it's not that bad. It could be worse.
It could be worse.
It could be worse.
All right. And McDonald, let's go over to you.
Oh yeah.
So, what's your rate? Why'd you pick it? Well, you already said your rate. You a mineman, but what'd you pick that for?
It was kind of like at the time that I was going through what I call MEPS, right? Yeah. At the time I was going through MEPS, they said they didn't have a lot, right? They're like, all right, well, cool. I had like a 73 on the ASVAB, and they were like, well, this is what we got. They're like, we have mineman. And then there was like 2 other rates that just kind of sounded like shit that I didn't want to do, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, what's a mineman? Couldn't nobody in all the fucking maps tell me what a mineman was. Like, they looked around for 30 minutes. Like, have you ever met a mineman? No. All right, cool. Have you ever met a mineman? Fuck no. What is that? I'm like sitting there. I'm like, nobody knows what this shit is. And like, it sounds cool. And then they finally found somebody. They're like, yo, you know any mineman? He's like, yeah, one of my boys, he's a mineman over in fucking Bahrain. Like, he loves that shit. He's on a mine sweep. And I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. Like, what's he doing? He's like, he fucking blows shit up. And I'm like, all right, bet. I was like, that sounds cool. And I was like, where's the A school? They're like, San Diego. Done.
Good.
Done. Sold.
That's a wrap. Sold. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's get to the question number 3, right? McDonald. Joining the Navy, regret or just not yet?
I'm torn between that. Like, there's days where you regret it, but like there's gonna be highs and lows no matter where you fucking work. It just depends on like if you're like really committed to the shits, because like if you're not, you're gonna fucking hate it here. And like that's just straight up. But I don't know. I like to I like to work, but I also like having control sometimes, and I feel like you don't really get a lot of that here. So I feel like there's days where I regret it for sure, but there's other days where I really enjoy like what I do, or like I feel proud of like what I did. I feel a little bit of like what's the word?
Pride?
Yeah, I get a little bit of pride out of what I did.
Accomplishment?
Yeah, that like rewarding feeling.
Yeah.
You know, and like that part's cool. So like it's a 50-50 for me.
Okay, all right.
I'm kind of like in the same place. Like I don't hate it, but I don't like it at the same time.
Yeah.
I got a bit of an attitude problem, you know. I don't like being told what to do. So like that part about it I don't really fuck with, and sometimes it'd be like getting me, but I do like working, and like whenever I like get recognized for it, it does feel good. Like whenever I got my NAM, I felt fucking
When'd you
great.
get a NAM?
I got a NAM like middle of deployment, yeah.
Oh, for the
ROs.
For the ROs, yeah.
So like whenever I got that, like, cause we were down there for a hot ass minute, I was like, damn, this shit fucking sucks. I'm getting paid $600 fucking for this. I'm like, bitch, I am broke, and y'all sitting me down here for 36 hours, fucking in this hot ass space, no ventilation. I'm like, fuck this shit. I hate the Navy. Get me the fuck out of here. And then I got that NAM, and I was like, okay, it's not that bad. And then I like started getting on my quals, and like I was looking more into like advancement.
Yeah.
And I was like, honestly, with rank, I feel like it's not gonna be that bad. It's just like I'm a E2 out here. Like it's rough.
It's rough right now.
It's fucking rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I came in as an E1. I remember the days.
Yeah,
I was overseas though, so I was getting like cola straight out the gate.
Damn.
So I was never like broke poor unless it was of my own doing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know my CPay is fucking
for like $60.
Yeah, that
80
shit
bucks
is
or some shit.
Mine's
like
I
700.
can put gas in my car. That's cool.
All right, so would you say Navy regret or not yet?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm
Okay.
like on like the verge of like wanting to stay in, but it just depends on like how quick I can make rank. Cause like
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, cause like I got options outside the Navy because of the Navy. Like, cause I could go to school and like get my degree in something I like really want to do.
Yeah.
But I like being an engineer. It's kind of fun. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I just had a bonus question, but then I forgot it. So let's just
shit.
go to the next one. I be doing that shit all the time, boys. It's all right. Okay. So right now, what would you say you want out of the Navy right now? What could the Navy do for you?
Right now, fucking more money. That's for sure. But at the end of the day, like I want to own a house. Like by the end of like my first contract, like I want to own a house. That's my goal right now.
Yeah, but that's your goal. Like, what do you want to pimp the Navy for? Because like you said, Navy's gonna get that ass, right?
They
So, like-
fucking sure get that ass. My shit is gaped.
So is it just like is the biggest thing is more money?
For me, cause like honestly, working hard and working long hours, it's not like I'm used to that shit.
Yeah.
So like it's not that big of a deal. It's just that I'm doing this amount of work and like getting all these fucking quals, stressing myself out,
And the pay don't match it.
going like coming back from an underway like after a paycheck, and I'm like, damn, I'm still broke.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it doesn't make a difference. That's my thing.
All right, over to you, McDonald. Like, what do you? What could the Navy do for
What
you
am
right
I
now?
about to pimp the Navy out for? Really just the education and the like, it's little shit, you know, like I know like APR interest rates all a lot lower.
Yeah.
That's good shit, you know what I mean? Like that's some shit that'll really help you out. And it's just that in a degree for real. Like even just being I just started getting my BAH recently on this deployment, and so this past week I've been looking at apartments and shit in San Diego because I'm like, I gotta get back in there. Like I'm not just gonna go and be fucking homeless when I get back.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stay on. Damned if I stay on this shit. And I was looking at all these places and they're like, oh, you need prior renters. Like if I didn't want to go through like the actual housing shit that they provide for you, then you need prior renters shit. And like I messaged one of the leasing agencies. I was like, hey, like I'm in the Navy, just getting back from deployment. I don't have any prior renters like history, but I get a continuous amount monthly
yeah,
that
yeah.
goes into
Yeah,
rent.
they know
So,
what
like,
it is. Yeah.
I'm like, so that's getting applied there, and they were like, yeah, cool. They approved my shit. So
Yeah.
I was like, right there. That's some shit that a civilian could not do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, that's real. Like that's
Yeah.
you don't really get that anywhere else. So that's
Yep.
what's up.
That's cool. That's cool. All right. Here's another one. So, you you just got on with us for this second leg. Well, both of you, just this second leg of deployment. A lot of us kind of been on deployment the whole damn year of 23, right?
Right.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
But during any deployment, you like to hope that you experience a lot of growth, right? So tell me, what have you realized? What has deployment made you realize about yourself?
Shit, that I was on my ass for way too fucking long. That's what deployment made me realize. I've been in for damn near fucking 3.5 years, and I didn't even have fucking line handler when I came here. Like, that shit was crazy. The only qual I had was petty officer of the watch.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, clearing barrel supervisor. Those were the two quals that I showed up with. And now I got I'm up to OD in port. I qualled the fuck up, right?
Yeah.
Like I got quals outside my division. I got damn near the whole fucking 300 series for deck. Like I'm chilling in a good spot right now. And
Yeah.
it made me realize I wouldn't have had to bust my ass as fucking hard this whole first half of that second leg of deployment if I hadn't sat on my ass inside the building on a pre-com ship not working for fucking 3 years.
Yeah.
So it puts shit into perspective where I'm like, damn, I could be a lot further ahead than I am right now.
Yeah.
But now I feel like I'm in a good spot. So deployment really kind of shaped me out to this is what actual fucking work is supposed to be like. This is the standard. You got to get with it or get the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So that it felt good to finally fucking get on track.
Yeah.
But
That's
that was one thing that this shit definitely made me realize.
That's good. That's good. I like that. That's good.
You asked me the question again? He
Yeah,
went
yeah,
deep
sure,
on
no
that
problem,
shit.
no problem.
That was fire.
That's fire. I said, what has deployment made you realize about yourself?
Ooh, about myself, that whenever I put my mind to the shit, I could really fucking stand down and get that shit fucking done.
Yeah.
And I really didn't know that about myself, that I could fucking hustle this much. I've always grown up fucking hustling, but it's a different type of shit out here.
Yeah.
Plus underway, found out I could get fucking seasick. That shit is crazy. That should be kicking my ass. But you know what? I still get the fuck out my rack and I go and do my shit every day.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just made me realize how deep I could really dig, you know what I mean? Cause you really fucking have to. It's long fucking hours. It's hot as fuck in those engineering spaces, especially Guam. It was 100 in almost every space.
Yeah.
The shit was toasty. But we still had to fucking get our shit done because we got important equipment to run, and you fuck that shit up, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And everybody else is fucked. That's another thing. It made me realize that all the shit that I do affects everybody else. And it's not just oh, if this fucks up, then I'm gonna get in trouble.
Did that make you feel more part of that team?
Yeah, it does.
How it all comes
it
together?
Does. It helped me learn how to work with people too, because coming here, I didn't know shit about engineering, so a lot of times I'm with somebody helping them working, and you really gotta fucking work together, and I'm not used to that shit, so it's a lot of a different environment for me.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Good, good. All right, let's get something fun. Best port visit.
Best port visit? Fucking Australia. Easy.
Sydney?
Easy. Sydney. Not Townsville. That shit. It was cool, but Sydney though, goddamn. Shit, I'm underage normally, but Sydney, woo, that 18 limit, man. I don't even remember half of it.
Well, that's unfortunate because it's a very beautiful port.
See, I went out during the day and did all the cool shit, right?
Yeah.
But at night, I was getting fucking lit, and that shit was crazy. There was bad bitches, let me tell y'all. Y'all go there, bad bitches everywhere.
Bad ladies, they're ladies.
Ladies, yes.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Be respectful, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know what you mean. I know. I was your age once. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
So that's it. Just Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney was fire.
So
Sydney
every
was fire.
sailor should go to Sydney.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Sydney was fun.
Right. McDonald, you got a lot of head nobbing going over there. You in agreement?
If you're in the Navy and you have not been to Sydney, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get there. Do whatever you gotta do. Get a port visit in Sydney.
Yo, I told people before, like, that's my first time in Sydney too, right? And it used to be a big rarity. It's only the old heads, right? When I came in, it was the old heads like I am now that talked about this forbidden fruit that is Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, right? And like going to Sydney, it was like, oh shit, like, damn, like they wasn't lying.
No, like that place is.
2 weeks there too.
That place
we had a lot of time there.
That place is magic, is what it is. That place is.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
Fucking magic.
Y'all are wild. All right. Let's play like the in 10 years game, right? In
Okay.
10 years, you still in the Navy? All right. Are you a chief or are you an officer?
Officer. If I'm still in, officer. And the thing is, ain't even gonna be a Navy officer. If I'm still in the branch or within the government in 10 years, I'm gonna be some sort of Air Force officer, because that's just like, it'd be no more ship, it'd be chill ass spaces, it'd be it'd be some high ass fucking. It would be more for less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So you don't want to stay in the Navy, even no matter what. You try. If you were staying in the military, you definitely want to make that crossover to the other blue side.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure. Cause like, I don't know, like the ship life is cool, but like, I'm really not about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's people that are like people get in love with this shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I respect the hell out of it. But like, I just don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a little bit. But if I'm still like where I am now, like 2-3 years from now, I'm gonna go use that GI Bill. I'm gonna come back as an Air Force officer if I feel like that's the right path.
Yeah.
You know, that's where my head's at with it.
All right.
I'm easily going officer.
Easily.
Like, yeah, it's like nothing against Chiefs. I just can't like.
I don't take no offense.
No.
I just want to see y'all in khakis being successful. It don't bother me.
I just can't see myself personally like as a chief. Like, I just don't think I would want to do it or could do it. I probably could, but I don't want to.
Okay, that's a great segue because you say you don't see yourself as a chief.
Yeah.
So here's a bonus question. Like, what do you see as a chief? And then I'll go into my next question I got.
That's a good question. Well, if we going based off of my chief, he just always like.
Hey, your chief might watch this, so be careful.
Yeah. That's why I'm like trying to choose my words here carefully.
Keep it
like,
real, but
he's a good chief.
Yeah.
Like, don't get it wrong. MMC, he's great. But like sometimes like he be nagging, you know? That's the best way to put it. Like, he repeats himself over and over again. And he always like, he picks on me a lot, but not in the same ways that everybody else does. He comes at me for not working, even though I got 40 maintenance checks signed off already done. Like, I got all this shit already done. Like, I've been busting my ass, and then I go and sit down for a second to take a break.
Oh,
and he come in every single time.
It's just like that dad and mom that always catch you like on the hit back, right?
Every single time.
They're like, damn, I just sat down.
He like, damn it, why are you skating? Always skating. And I'm like, man, I just sat down, chief. He's like, I don't care, go get to work. I'm like, fuck, okay.
Another 40 maintenance checks, here I come.
There I go.
There it is.
Like, goddamn.
Okay. So, all right, so tell me, that, and McDonald, we're going to come back to you with these same ones, right? But tell me, worst chief, best chief characteristics.
Oh, I thought you were like, asking for names.
Yeah, I was like,
whoa.
That's right. Depending on what you say, I'm gonna know who you're talking about. So don't worry about it.
So, I'd say like the best is like understanding, like just because like I see that in like my chief and like other chiefs sometimes like they don't be understanding that like we got shit going on too, and like he be tasking us with all these things whenever we got other shit that we got to take care of that he don't even really know about like that. And that might be like more personal like for my department, but that's I would say that's the best. And then the worst, I don't know the worst. all those angry chiefs out there. You know what I mean? That just be like, they just be fucking mad for no fucking reason. And I ain't like calling you out, like, like yeah, you.
Damn, I
like,
feel mad. You think I'm mad all the time?
Sometimes, not all the time. Like
No.
you be having fun, but like when
Yeah.
you're working, you're serious. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
put
yeah.
your game face on.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really fuck around. But I wouldn't say you're like a mad chief.
Yeah.
But it's like those chiefs that just yell at you for like no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I
Or
mean?
just look like when they're walking around, it looks like they're
Yeah.
like a
yeah, they just.
Yeah, like they're
Right.
like just mouth breathing dragons,
Exactly.
like roaming their lair.
It's
or
like
something.
they always got a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And those are the ones I'd be like fucking with the most, because that's what
Yeah.
I have fun doing.
All right, McDonald, over to you, McDonald. And so for you, again, so the first part of it.
What is a chief to me?
Yeah. What like what?
You know, like that's a hard question, because like obviously it's a position of like authority, right? Like it's leadership. I feel like there's two kinds of chiefs, for real. This is something that I was just thinking about the other day. It's the chiefs that will tell you, hey, go do this shit, go do that, like get it done.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, like both types of chiefs are respectable. But then there's the chiefs that will be like, hey, I know this shit's gonna suck, and I know you don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it with you, so we'll both be there.
Yeah.
And like that's really the two bases for me. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like at least you know, you're acknowledging, you're sympathizing. Like, hey, I know this shit's gonna suck. I'm gonna go through it with you. Like that's some real shit.
Do you understand sometimes when like a chief is like, hey, like both like half and half of that, when it's like, hey, yeah, it's gonna suck, but you're gonna go do this,
Right? Like, 'cause
And
I gotta
ain't
go
gonna
do
be
some
there
other
'cause
shit.
I got my own shit or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
but
That's
or like, hey,
facts.
this is gonna be your lesson because trust, I've been there. Like, I don't a great one. I like to use the poker room, right? Like, I've done the poker room. Grew up doing the poker room.
Did your time,
right? Like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do that shit again, right? But
Facts.
guess who is?
Yeah, you're junior guys. Facts, facts,
Yeah,
facts.
it's all right, but it's your turn.
See, and like sometimes it's the way that they be asking though.
Uh-huh.
That's what be
Yeah.
getting me. It's the way they ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. So then, worst chief, best chief characteristics. That's kind of touch on some of it, but if you got like a specific kind of.
Right. Best chief characteristic is someone that, you know, ain't all serious. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, any chief that has made it as far as chief can dial it in when the fuck they need to.
Yeah.
Like, that's, you earn that. It comes with it. But a chief that can, like, you know, crack a fucking joke every once in a while, like, you know, have some fun at work and
Yeah.
still be serious, like, that's dope.
Yeah.
Like, it makes them feel less robotic and more like, yo, we're
More human.
more human. There's
Yeah.
a more human aspect to it, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, well, that's what's up.
Okay. And, crack the jokes and appear human, right? Not just always
Right,
company.
like, not always just on that chief shit, but
Yeah.
sometimes you can see it like, all right, I know who you are. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of like get your personality a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So here, last question, right? A very kind of generic one, but I think it's important, right?
Okay.
Especially to hear from you guys, because you guys hear from the chiefs, from officers, you know, khaki level all the time, first classes even, right? About just bullshit, right? Of, you know, staying in the Navy or do this and do that and this, da 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 da.
Yeah.
But like, y'all don't get to hear it from yourselves. So there's other sailors that watch this, right?
Right.
So what would you tell them? What would you tell other first-term sailors about like succeeding in the Navy and doing well? Because I look at you two as like you two junior sailors, brand fucking new, ain't done shit, just wrapped up for deployment. I look at you two as like sailors that are on the right path, doing good. They do good work. Yeah, you crack jokes, but you never disrespected me. You always keep it respectful, right? And that makes it easy for me, right? I feel like my leadership style, yeah, I could crack the jokes. I could get at you a bit, and you'd be like, take it on board and be like, okay, fuck, like, yeah, I need to stop fucking around with that, right? I need to turn it on, and you guys are learning that. So what would you tell other sailors that aren't in your position around the fleet, right? That experiencing worse, experiencing better, but what would you share with them?
At the end of the day, being mad ain't gonna do shit for you. The best thing you can do in a shitty situation is thug it out, get through the day, get to your rack, wake up, start fresh. Like,
Yeah.
that's some real shit you have to adapt to. Because being mad and fucking bitching at people and getting all fucking cranky, all you're doing is fucking other people's days up. That's all it's gonna do. And
Not cute.
She's not cute.
it's not cute, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking cute.
you gotta just tough it out. Like, that's just the way it is. And I know,
Yeah.
like, obviously some shit's worse than others. Sometimes you just gotta let that shit go. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Find yourself a spot on the ship where you gotta wait till night till it clears out,
Yeah.
and then fucking sit by yourself. Put on some music if you have to, but get some fucking alone time. Find your time to be alone on the ship and decompress.
Yeah.
Especially if you're out underway. Find those little fucking corners and shit where nobody be going and just chill out. Like, take a second, breathe. You know what I mean? Like, shit ain't always gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It just to wrap it up, like, main thing is just being mad doesn't do shit. Like, it's not gonna help anything. It's just gonna make shit worse.
Yep.
And that's just how it is.
Dope. All right. Why? What you got, man? Speak
All
to
right.
the youth, man. Speak to the youth.
Yeah. Okay. So are we talking to like sailors that are like already in?
Whatever. Either one. Whatever
Okay.
you want.
So for y'all already in, like on the ship already, like I would just say, just keep your head down. You know, just don't take shit too personally. Like if motherfuckers are on your ass, don't take it too seriously.
Nobody's ever out to get you.
No.
Nobody's ever, like, going to seek you out and be like, oh, I fucking hate the way this kid, I'm out to get this motherfucker. That's never gonna happen.
Never. That like they may seem like that, but ain't nobody that much of an asshole. At the end of the day, they here with you. They doing the same shit you doing. Maybe not, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah. We all got our own struggle on this
Right.
motherfucker. Yeah.
Like everybody goes through their own shit. The way that I be going through it is by being a fucking goofball, going around trying to make everybody laugh. You know, trying to lighten people's days up a little bit, cause like the shit fucking sucks, and I deal with it by laughing. And like
Yeah.
if I can make other people laugh with me, then that's a success in my book, cause I just made that person's day who may be having a shitty day just a little bit better.
Yeah.
So that's what I normally strive for, but everybody's different. At the end of the day, just keep your head down, just keep it moving, just push through the shit. You'll have your good days, your bad days, but at the end of the day, you'll get through it.
Dope. Awesome. All right. So I'll just kick it over. I got no more questions. That was question number 10. So any like last words you want to kick out there? That was kind of one of those two, but anything else you want to give? Shout out to mom, pa, anything? You know, the 505.
I'm gonna shout out the 505 for sure, South Valley, all my boys out there, even though y'all ain't gonna see this. Y'all don't like the Navy, but it's all good. This girl over here about to violate us, but it's all good. Yeah, that's
it?
Yeah, that's it. You know what? Who y'all, Navy? No, wrong.
No. All right, what you got, McDonald?
Laughter's the best medicine. Fucking, if you're fucking down and shit, find some shit to laugh at. You'll feel better.
Come find me.
That's facts. All right, that's about it though.
That's it?
Yep.
All right, we out.